Yo, what's going on, everybody? We just figured we wanted to hop on here real quick for you guys to update you what is going on within the WWE. Last night during Friday Night SmackDown, we started getting a lot of things posted on the internet about WWE releases. Now,
Yep.
some of these are definitely not surprising, others kind of are, right? So, I got the full list here, bro, and we're going to rattle through some of these.
And
And
this isn't the first
um,
time that this didn't happen. I remember, I think it was Indy Hartwell. She was actually like they were showing a taping of her, you know, on
yeah,
SmackDown. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
And then she got the news via Twitter, bro, which was crazy, man. So
yeah, kind
hopefully
of messed up.
WWE isn't putting out people's releases before letting them know, man. But it definitely seemed like Indy Hartwell did not know she was released when she did get released. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's let's see what this list is, bro. Who we got on this list?
All right. So far, everybody who has been released is AOP and Paul Ellering. You
Didn't I
have
tell you
Blair.
that was gonna happen soon? I literally said that. I want to say our last video. I'm like, I haven't seen AOP in them in a minute. I won't be surprised if they get released. And bam, there we go.
So this one's interesting because of the fact that obviously they're part of what?
Yeah, Karrion Cross and the Final Testament. So clearly
So
that's a wrap.
so that's done, man. And how crazy is that they had that whole build with the Wyatts? All of a sudden, they
Over
didn't.
with.
Nothing happened with it, and now they're just cutting them. So again, it's like they don't know what to do with certain talent. This
Yeah.
is just a plain and simple
But,
example
but,
of
but,
that.
but before you finish this list, I will say this: with so many returns, you know what I'm saying? Alexa Bliss is back, Charlotte Flair is
Mhm.
back. So these not no you know little leaguers, bro. These are well paid WWE superstars. So like, if we got to get rid of 5 for 1, hey, that's what they gonna do.
Mhm. Yeah, and I mean, it sucks in general, right, for the talent, but, um, it is what it is, right? It happens every year, it seems like that they go through cuts, and it is what it
Hmm.
is, but then you had Blair Davenport. Now this one, I thought was, like, interesting because she could have been one that you just sent back down to NXT instead of just
NXT. Yep.
cutting her,
Yep.
because you brought her up from the main roster during the draft, you
Yep.
drafted her to SmackDown, and you did
And nothing
absolutely
happened.
nothing with her.
Yep. Yep.
So what was the point of drafting her when you didn't have any creative plans? Like
And
that to me is the more messed up one because you could have just left her in NXT
and
and
she and
actually
she's
she
not
would
the
have been doing something.
and she not the only one that they've called up, didn't do anything with, and let him go. Like even like Dijak, like he got
Yeah.
called up from NXT, and boom, he never had his like main roster, run. So it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. I'm surprised that they didn't do this after WrestleMania. But again, look at the names that have returned since the Royal Rumble. So, and they just signed Jordan Grace. So,
Yep.
like, I mean, money wise, it makes sense. But damn, like, you just got to feel bad for like, some of these wrestlers, man. Who else we got?
Absolutely. Next on the list you got the Good Brothers. So you got
Same,
um you know Carl Anderson and
same.
Luke Gallows haven't been doing anything for like the past year. AJ
Yep.
Styles got hurt. Now obviously his return not with them. I felt like this one was definitely coming. These guys are going to go to AEW guaranteed, bro.
You think so? Maybe,
I think
maybe,
so,
maybe a
or
TNA
New
run.
Japan.
Yeah. I mean, they've been known for their time in New Japan, and
Yeah.
it's just wild because like once AJ came back and they said that he was staying on Raw, it was almost like, yeah, you can tell that they not about to do nothing with these cats, bro. So
Yeah.
it
Yep.
sucks, bro. It sucks because I feel like they never really got their chance to shine in the
Yes.
WWE. Like it sucks, bro. Like that was a team that I thought they were gonna send down there to NXT, and they was gonna at least get them like the tag team titles or something. Like they was in like tag team bouts in NXT, and then they still wind up losing, bro. So and then they try to do the whole thing with me Chin with them. Like it was terrible, bro. It was terrible. So them
Yeah.
guys were probably excited that they were getting released.
Yeah, facts. Um, Next on the list, you had one I thought was actually this one was pretty interesting considering she was part of a main faction.
Yep, and she was
You
just
know,
in the Royal Rumble too, bro. Sonya
and
Deville.
she was just in the Royal Rumble. Yep, Sonya Deville, obviously part of the worst named group in history, Pure Fusion
Facts.
Collective, and she was the mainstay there though. Her and
She,
Shayna Baszler.
she was the leader of the group.
Yes.
which didn't make sense because you had somebody like Shayna Baszler that dominated in NXT for years, and then they bring her up here, and this is what they doing with Shayna Baszler. So no, the group sucked 100%. You know, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, out of both of them, I mean, out of the three, if you had to ask me which one of the three you would let go, Sonya Deville would have been the one that I let go. Like Lacey Evans is Lacey Evans. That's not her name. Zoe Starks.
No, so Lacey Evans. Oh man.
Lacey Evans been gone for damn near a year and a half, y'all.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's been a long day. But Zoe Starks, Zoe
Yes.
Starks is, I think she's a beast, bro. Like she did a little bit of work with Trish Stratus, you know, when Trish Stratus was doing her heel run about a year and a half ago. She's a great competitor, and it's hard for you to let go of Shayna Baszler, bro. Like they're just not booking Shayna Baszler like they booked Shayna Baszler in NXT. Throw her back down there in NXT, let her run through that NXT roster down there, and then bring her back up as a Queen of Spades like she is, bro. Like do something right by her. But we talked
But
about this
here's
as well, Dylan. We talked about this as well as far as WWE superstars jumping to AEW. I feel like that jump isn't going to be as instant as it would have been a few years ago, just because of the steam and the momentum that AEW has. I think if anything, these guys are better off going to TNA. You know, y'all still can do a couple things with WWE, but going to AEW, I mean, let's see how long that lasts.
Yeah, TNA is obviously probably the more obvious choice. It also depends on what the terms were, right? Because TNA is
Mm-hmm.
associated with WWE. If they got hurt and hurt feelings about WWE releasing them, why would you join TNA when they're
Big
they're in
facts.
cahoots with each other?
Big fact. So they need to put a smile on their face, and I hate to say it like that though. Just put a smile on your face and keep it moving, but that's tough.
Nah,
Especially
it
like if
sucks.
you a team like AOP, you a team like Gallows and Anderson, who has been released multiple times from the company. It's
Yep,
not like it's their first go around. Like
yep,
AOP and Gallows and Anderson have been released from WWE quite some times.
yep.
So we'll
But here's
see.
the thing. Here's just a quick question, right? That I want to ask you. You know, we don't have to go into super depth and detail about it, but right, like Sonya Deville is part of a group. You just listed the other two part of that group. Well, they don't really have creative plans for them either. So are they in jeopardy of getting cut? And also, since they were part of a group, I would assume the group is no longer a group. So do they go off and do their solo stuff now? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna have
Yeah,
Pure Fusion
it
Collective when you
depends.
know
I
how are you gonna have the Pure Fusion Collective when you know Sonya
I
just
mean,
got
this
cut?
this happened in NXT a couple times, bro. Like even like Roger Strong. You gotta remember Roger Strong was the main guy for like the Creed brothers. You know, prior to him leaving and going to AEW, they still stayed around with Ivy. Now you even got, I forget the name of the other group in NXT with Charlie Dempsey and these guys are so new, bro. But like Damian Kemp, who I just found out was brother is the brother of Gable Stevenson. Like Damian Kemp was a part of a group with um what's also the guy named, bro? Drew Gulak. Remember
Mhm.
Drew Gulak, who when they let him go after the whole Ronda Rousey stuff, he
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
leader of, I think it's called like three quarter catch crew or something like that.
yeah,
And
yeah. No
in
quarter catch crew.
NXT. Yeah, when they let him go, they still kept the group. They just,
Yep.
Charlie Dempsey just became the leader. Now another
But
member
it's a
just
little but the caveat to this one is a little bit different because they really haven't been doing much as a group to begin with. You get what I'm saying? Like Pure
true.
Fusion Collective is just like one of these filler groups in the
Yeah.
first place.
I
So
mean,
now the
shoot,
fact that you had so
I
now the
just
fact that
keep
you
Zoe
had
Stark them together. Go ahead.
Yeah, so now the fact that you had the main one leave, it's kinda like,
Mhm.
why would you keep them together? Just have them go do something solo, like, try to build themselves solo competitors and see what happens from there. I would assume, and that's probably the line that I would rather them prefer, right? Because again, we just talked about why have all these factions when you don't know what to do with the individual pieces in the first place?
True.
It's kinda just like you just throw these guys together because you don't know what to do with, and then if the
Hmm.
group doesn't work, well, now we're left with what we got here, a lot of
Yeah.
cuts. So next on the list, you had Cedric Alexander. I feel like he is another one that just hasn't been doing anything. So
Facts.
it's kind of like they don't know what to do with him. Almost a guy like that who's not being utilized in the first place. I hate to say it, but is probably honestly better off being released because now at least he can go do something
Do some
for
things,
another
yeah.
company.
Now he was slowly starting to do a couple things in NXT. It didn't really pull off. When he was supposed to be more like he had like a little protege under him. Like again, NXT is not the same NXT. So sorry that I don't remember all of these guys' names. I'm still trying to get adjusted to the new roster down there. But he did have a guy under his wing for a little bit. Clearly that didn't work. But he may have asked for this release. You know why he may have asked for this release, right?
Hurt Business, Hurt Syndicate.
Bingo. We know
Yeah,
where he's going. They not
we
they
hurt people. We
they not
hurt.
going they not gonna let him. They're not gonna leave him high and dry, bro. They're gonna bring him in there. They gonna bring him in there.
Yeah, well, they got to wait 90 days. But next, you haven't seen this guy in quite some time. I mean, they were showing him occasionally backstage here and there, literally doing nothing on television. Giovanni Vinci, ever since his
Oh, they
split
let
from
him go.
Imperium. Yeah, ever
That's a
since his
surprise.
split.
I didn't see
Is
his
it a
name on the list.
surprise?
I didn't see his name on the. I'm not saying it's a surprise that he's released. I'm just saying from the names, I've heard all of
Oh,
the names
gotcha.
that we've said leading up to Giovanni. I didn't know they let go of Giovanni.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, ever since the Imperium split,
Hmm.
right? Like they'd done nothing with him, bro. They squashed him. Remember that one time he
Yeah.
came back
Yeah.
and he
It
had like a
was it was
3 second
almost like
match.
he was on punishment, bro. He went to SmackDown, he lost in 3 seconds, and we haven't seen him since. But then
Correct.
again, I
Yeah.
heard like backstage rumors that he was some backstage rumors like the company wasn't too happy with some of the things he made it did, or he made it did something to like, another superstar. It's rumors again,
Mhm.
but we haven't seen him since. And
Yeah.
he's out of there. My only thing is if we get Ilya Dragunov to join Gunther eventually, like I'm here for that because that was what I originally wanted when they got rid of him in the first place. I think that would be a
Yeah.
great addition to Imperium. I think Imperium needs to come back stronger than ever once Gunther loses his championship at WrestleMania. But they definitely gonna have to rebuild, and I think having somebody like a Ilya joining that team will be great, and we'll see what happens with that.
Yep. And then the final one that has been announced so far. Now, we obviously don't know if there's going to be any more within the coming days as well, but this is just everything that's been announced so far. Isla Dawn. Now, this one is a little more
Isla
surprising than
Dawn,
some of the
wow,
other names because, listen, she's part of a group. They just had them as the tag team women's champions.
yeah, Isla Dawn is another
And,
one.
but also, Alba Fire didn't get released with her.
You know
So
why?
it's like,
You know
I
why?
don't know why. Why?
Because Alba Fire, when she was, I forget what name she was going under at first, but it was Kaylee Ray. She may come back as Kaylee Ray, which would be dope because when they had NXT UK, she was the woman to be in the company when they had NXT UK.
But does it translate now
It
that they don't
may.
do that?
If I mean they've brought
They
back
got
the
so
name.
many. Here's the issue with that. Let's
I
just
think
let's
they're
just
gonna
break it
run with
down.
her, bro. She's gonna be somebody that they can
I'm
put
gonna
up
be
in good.
honest though. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot more better talented women who deserve a main roster spot on NXT than she does.
But we haven't really seen her. Like, did you watch any of her UK NXT days?
No, I'm very familiar. I'm just saying the people that they have down in, and I mean, you also just get a taste of her character in the tag team to begin with. I would say there's much better women down there that deserve a main roster spot over her. That's all I'll say. That's
Yeah,
all I'll
I
say
think I
about it.
think if they book her right, because if I'm not mistaken, she's Irish as well, and like they can have some crazy stuff between like her and Becky Lynch if they if they book her correctly, bro. Like again, she was a beast. She was a beast in NXT UK, bro. So like putting her in a tag team with Isla Dawn, like I just feel like a lot of WWE at that time was just grouping a lot of people up, man. So we'll have to see what they do with that individual run. But Blair Davenport was definitely, I would say, probably the biggest surprise there because, like you said, they could have just kept her in
I
NXT
wouldn't.
and she could have been doing,
I
huh?
I would say Sonya Deville is the more surprising one, just because they haven't done anything with Blair Davenport. Now I'm surprised that they released her, like you said. They should have just sent her back down to NXT. But as far as like people not doing anything on television, it's like, well, maybe
Yeah,
they
Sonya.
asked for their
Yeah,
release or something, you know? It's like
Sonya
Sonya
was just
Deville
on
was
TV, bro.
she was literally she's
Yeah,
in a main
she was
group just
literally
at
in
the
the Royal
Royal
Rumble,
Rumble.
bro.
Yeah.
She was
So,
literally
like
in the Royal Rumble, bro. So
yeah,
I mean, we'll see. We'll see, bro. We'll see. I don't think it was anybody like super crazy, you know what I'm saying, that they did get rid of. But,
it
just as
sucks
far as
nonetheless.
yeah, just as far as the ones that they did get rid of, like I get it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I
Yeah.
get it. Y'all got to make room. Maybe more people are coming soon, getting ready for WrestleMania season. So we'll see. Y'all let us know how y'all feel about the trades. Y'all let us know how y'all feel about the releases in the comment section below. Are y'all surprised by any of these? We'll see what's to it. We'll see what's to it, y'all. Again, let us know how y'all feel about that in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Dylan, you got anything else, bro?
That's it, man. Just stay tuned for the content. Yeah, that's it, man.
Okay, bet. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later. We got some other things coming up too, as far as content. So again, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And other than that, you got your boy Break,
God, Dylan.
and we out. Peace.
Peace.